Wow, that's a lot of buildings, and that's a lot of people to feed. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Ostriv. Version 4 is finally out as of about a day ago, and it's been about a year since we took a look at this new village, village that we took a look at during the new version 3.0 update. Now 4.0 is here, and man, has a lot changed. There's now tons of new buildings, including a Saltworks and also a building depot or whatnot to add more construction, and there's a ton of things that have been fixed and improved and added, including the ability to have gardens in the back of your houses. If ever there's a food shortage, the people will take it amongst themselves to basically start growing crops in their own yards and increase the crop yield and take a little bit of the burden off your own farms. We're doing some great stuff over here, plowing with these cows and such, and we've got all sorts of crazy stuff going on from our village before. There's so much new that I didn't want to start a new village just to show it off, but there is the way to do all sorts of new things, like, for example, building your village with a garden, so that way at the very start of the game, you can actually have some food production and not have to worry about immediately turning to fishing or hopefully eventually hunting in this game. But a lot of things have changed for the better, and I wanted to take a look at a few things that were new, including the new buildings that are here. Again, we see a few things that were here before, like the lime kiln, and we built that over on the other side of the map where our industrial area is. But we have a Saltworks here, which would be perfect to place over here in this more industrial area, like, for example, right here. Now, currently, Saltworks can be placed anywhere in order to go down into the salt mines, but in the future, it'll be a little bit more limited. There's also new options to maps, including instead of these pine trees, you can also have spruce trees. And, of course, there's a few new maps, I believe, that look a little different. But there's a whole list of everything that's new on the Steam store page, so make sure that you check that out to find out everything that's new and all the improvements that have made. Another great building, as I mentioned before, is that the government building that's a construction office, so you can hire additional builders and have them always working year-round. And yeah, we've got a lot of great stuff here. I wanted to take a look at some of the detail from before and possibly do another build and playthrough from the very beginning in this game. It's really cool to see all the buildings and stuff in the game so far, and I would love to see more of that in this game as well. Just more things added and all sorts of mods and things like that would be fantastic. We're going to speed up time here and take a look at a few things that are different in the game. And I wanted to see if we could possibly drive our economy into the ground in order to get more people to build some farms and such. But right now, everybody's really working on farming themselves. We got a pretty good lucrative business with oil in this area. Sunflower oil is pretty plentiful here, so we've got a few of our farms set up just for doing cash crops. So I believe a few of these farms alternate between potatoes, sunflowers, and then go back to being an empty field, so that way they can regather all of their nutrients and such. Right now we're working at a deficit, but the amount of money that we're bringing in from sunflower oil is pretty impressive. We have a whole amount here of 3,400 in stock, so we'll go ahead and sell 2,500 in order to make a bunch more money. Looks like the most we have right now is 1,393 on hand, so we may as well just trade for that and keep it up, keep it going. We'll have some more sunflowers this summer in order to harvest towards the fall, so that should be pretty cool. We can see some of the little fields here that the farmers make outside their houses. Everybody's basically a farmer and ready to go year-round at farming. Oh, looks like we have a little bit of money problems here too. Kind of cool. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and see what other buildings are new. I know there's a new gazebo, so let's go ahead and add that. We have two different types of gazebos that require wood and also nails. So we're going to build a few things, then purposely drive the economy into the ground and try to, see what we could do with the food shortage to see how our people would manage to get out of that. Other problems, such as a lack of logging areas, too, is finally fixed, so our people will actually replant all the trees. And, yeah, there's just a lot of great improvements that were kind of like no-brainers that the developer just hadn't gotten around to doing. So, again, it's a developer that's put so much love into a game like this, and I can't wait to see more games like this. Wow, look at those windmills are just spinning. That's crazy how much that's going like that. Let's build a nice little gazebo over here near our water platform, or maybe we should build it somewhere where our people would really appreciate it. We've got a gazebo over here by the church, there, or at least to be a good spot for one. Let's see. Trying to think of a nice place. Maybe somewhere over here by the church would be a nice place, a little chapel. Rather, a nice little shelter for people to gather. We've got our graveyard going from all the years of people living and dying in our town. Very good history here in our town. Let's go with the circular gazebo there. And let's build ourselves a square gazebo, maybe somewhere near the church, so it looks like it's building part of the church. Maybe over here we'll put a couple of buildings and see how they look. Fantastic. Now we've also got people transporting things around via cart, which is old. We have horses now, horse-drawn buggies that will haul things around. And I'm glad this came out around the time of the Medieval Dynasty Update 2, which allows us to build things like apiaries and do brewing and such. So that'd be awesome to see in this game, apiaries in order to make things like mead and different types of wines or cider. Even if it wasn't traditional, it'd be cool to see more methods of brewing. Maybe not necessarily mead, but it would be kind of cool to see what they come up with. All right, let's go ahead and see how these buildings construct themselves. Well, of course, we'll have to hire some people in order to do it. Let's also put down a Saltworks. And I think we have a lot more people moving into the town. We have a population of 216, which is pretty darn impressive. I'm going to go ahead and put another industrial building around here somewhere. I think the Saltworks would be perfect over here. And I think the building has an entrance on this side. Or maybe it's the other side. Oh, it doesn't. We'd have to have this side facing the road. We'll go ahead and put this flush to the fence here. And we'll fence it off and make a separate thing out of it. Try to do it as best we can. But we're going to try to build all the new buildings here, or at least the more interesting ones. And then we're going to go on to see how our village would climb out of a disaster, of a failed harvest, and see if our people can actually grow their own food and come out of a disaster such as that. Let's see, what else could we put down? The building office could go somewhere nearby. Ooh, this might be a good spot for it right here. We're just filling in all sorts of buildings everywhere. Although I think we could make it a little more of a centerpiece, not kind of just hidden off on the side. Might be a good spot over here for it. Here over on this side is where we've got all of our, I believe this is the sunflower seed oil shops and storage for those too. So all of the sunflower seeds that are gathered throughout the year are coming here and being transported out from our transport office somewhere around here. This is it right there. Our trading post, if you will. We still need more people in the town, and that's something that we got to last time, a population of about 200. Now it's increased to 217, and I've limited some of the things like fishing, for example, so other jobs can be fulfilled throughout the year. Okay, well, let's go ahead and build another construction office. Our first one, anyway, a new building. Probably good in the industrial area to do, so let's go ahead and put that maybe somewhere over here. Where would be a good spot to fit that? Oh, I love that lime kiln there. You can see all the stuff that they're doing and smelting down. Another mine over there. Fantastic. Let's see if we can fit something else nearby. Maybe we'll put the construction office over here by the salt mine. And it'll kind of look like a building that's a part of it. And I guess we'll say that the builders need to be close to the salt mines because, of course, if you're mining, you're also maintaining the mines too with a lot of construction materials to keep the mines from collapsing. We'll build that over here somewhere. There we go. Very nice. And we've got more people needed at the logging site in order to, of course, carry those logs back. So we're waiting for that population to increase. In the meantime, let's build a few of those homes with gardens and see how that works. Now, a new thing in this game is we can actually fully set up the houses ourselves. So if we press F1, we can actually move where the house is within the plot of land. And we can also adjust the plot of land, too, before we place it down. So if we want to make a huge house here with a large piece of land, they'll actually pay a higher tax for that land. And we can also put all sorts of different things in the property, like trees and such. So if we wanted to make a very large house to fill in a space for a noble, they will have to pay more for it. So if somebody has a very good skill, like the mayor, for example, they can have a much larger house. So we can customize all sorts of things much easier, and that's a big positive, a big plus. Especially for me, that's a big thumbs up for me. All right, let's build a nice little house over here. Oh, you can see, oh, look at how lovely that is. They're planting flowers in front of their house. That's gorgeous. Very nice to see that. Wow, what a surprise. Okay, we'll go ahead and put some houses down here. And maybe some more houses along this river. We'll go ahead and angle it this way and see if we can put some more homes down this way. A little further away from the main village. Keep in mind that these people will need to, of course, go into town in order to purchase things or go to market. So we'll have to kind of be careful about how many we build. We'll do at least 2 down here, and we can place even more. You know what? I'm going to go for a 3rd one. I'm going to be crazy. And we'll go for a 3rd one. But let's make this 3rd one custom. So we'll go ahead and put it a little bit closer to the water, maybe. And then we'll expand the field here a little bit on this side. And perhaps this can be somebody who will then grow crops for some of the other people in this neighborhood. We'll say it's a little further away. Great how they draw a line right to the front. We can also rotate this building too, so if we want to put the house in the corner, you can see that the people will walk straight from their house to the exit. That's really nice. Creates a much more unique setup for the home. All right, once we're done, we hit enter, or we can add more things to it, but we'll go ahead and stop there and let that do that. So that'll be some sort of a, I don't know, a unique home of some sort. But mostly you want to try to pack people in like sardines because, of course, space is limited. It looks like a family is continuously moving out here. I wonder why. They've got plenty of food. Wait, everybody is growing food for the year. Crazy. There must be a shortage from something that I had done previously. Although we're growing plenty of food here for everybody. Looks like it might be a cash crop year. But I see mostly sunflower. Oh, yeah. Mostly sunflowers are growing. So that's great. For the year that we grow sunflowers, we can have a huge export ready to go so our town can make a ton of money. And then, of course, all the extra food that the people need, they can grow themselves, including if they have not enough food variety. If, for example, they don't have access to some of the new crops, which, by the way, are carrots, beetroot, and cabbage, then, of course, they can grow it themselves. So if they have access to potatoes and wheat, but they still want something like carrots and cabbage, then they can grow that themselves, and possibly things like herbs and whatnot to also spice things up a little bit. So instead of immediately being dissatisfied for the whole year, which most of it they will be, at least they can grow and their own thing and do something about it. Now, a lot of the trees are still growing in the village, so that's really cool. We can kind of see where I tried to merge the pre-existing forest with this village here, and it's really good looking, and it works with your previous there we go, let's put that building first, saves as well. So previous saves will work here. You can pick up where you left off. Even me a year ago, the developers put great care into making sure that that worked that way, so that's beautiful. We're going to hire a whole stack of builders so we can have full-time builders building the construction office, and we want to make sure that that's done ASAP. All right, our population now is at 218, holding steady. Let's go ahead and build some more homes, because all these extra homes can go towards farmers and, of course, any other industry that we build, which the salt mines are going to take quite a few, so we might want to build some more homes over here too. Which we had a lot of homes over here so that way they could do full-time farming and working in the industries. So I guess we could put some more homes down here too. And of course they'll have little gardens so that way they can easily make their own stuff and kind of stay isolated or really just be independent from the rest of the town, even though they're still part of the town. I wonder if we can build with other fences. That'd be a nice thing to know too, if we could build with other types of materials. Let's see. We'll go ahead and build a couple of little village homes here. Eventually. Things will really get crowded in here, but again, this is a time before great commuting to work, so most people would live somewhat close to where they actually had their job. So, of course, a fisher would probably want to live in this house here and then move and work over that way. Wow, look at the variety in some of these homes. I don't know what's new or whatnot, but this looks great from the... maybe there were minor updates, so I don't want to say everything's new, but everything's new. Not in this update perhaps, but perhaps in a previous update. And small minor updates throughout the time. It's great. Everything's updated, new, fresh, just like the cabbages that they're growing. I know I'm saying a lot, but I'm just excited to see all this town thriving. And our population increases again to 219. Congratulations. Someone had a little baby. Oh, let's see here. Hey, lots of wheat. That means we've got a lot of wheat coming over here to make flour. And, of course, we have the mill is shut down. We have a backup mill here for a huge year of wheat. And we can actually see now at a glance by hovering over the cache what we have for our treasury and also in storage, which is beautiful. So we can see immediately if there's a problem with firewood, which we have 21,000. We're good to go there. Or if, for example, we have a surplus of sunflowers, which we have 6,000. So we can go ahead and start making tons and tons of sunflower oil for that, for cooking, which is a very important thing. Charcoal we can see, and we can sell that to other towns too. If ever there's anybody in town who wants charcoal, we are going to sell it like crazy. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. We can make a ton of money on that one. Let's go ahead and make a couple of charcoal deals. They do have limits now to what they'll buy, so we'll need to be careful about that. But at least we have everything good to go. Oh, look at that. All right, we're going to make tons of money, so we'll be up over probably about $1,000. Is there anything else we can sell to these people? Oh, raspberries. Interesting. Oh, they left now, finally. We'll have to see how other crops get along. I see other things here, like, for example, added storage capacity limits on buildings. There's also the ability to create special orders to move resources by carts, So if you wanted to move things from one warehouse to another and then demolish the warehouse, you can definitely do that without being too much hassle of moving it from one way to another with workers by hand. So everything can be loaded to a cart and brought to a different part of the town, and then you can demolish something that perhaps used to be a storage area and now make it a town. That kind of thing. Wow, lots of people working at the farms. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, all hands on deck for the farms. We're at 220 population now. Harvest is taking place in late August. And we should have some more hands at the trade depot, of course, to load up wagons, too. And there's many options for this. Again, I don't know exactly everything that's new yet in the game, but it's pretty impressive. There's a lot more options for families. And again, new house models and animations for everything. And it just feels a lot more lively. This developer makes like one update a year, and it's literally, it's like the most exciting time of year, except it comes in March. Puts in a lot of care to things like that and really slowly crafts everything that there is to do in the game. So you can tell that there's a lot of passion to these types of things in the game. Looks like we've got a wheat field here, constant potato, buckwheat here, potato every other year. So this is a surplus for our food, so that way we don't have to have gardens. But the gardens are great. Every couple of years, the people can... Oh, let's get an F or somebody who died. Oh, no. Are we going to need some more farm plots here? Somebody finally died of old age. Oh, there's more plots over here. All right, well, we're going to have a burial very soon. And there's our gazebos completed, too. We didn't even see them get built, but our teams are pretty quick, and we're also going in a pretty turbo mode now, which is totally fine. Lots of cool stuff to see. Let's see what we got for decorations. Oh, wonderful. We have spruce trees that we can put down now. That looks great inside the village. And now we have a new type of tree, so that's great to add some variety, as well as birch trees that we can put down, other gazebos. Oh, a bell post. How lovely. That's going to look really nice. So we can put a bell out front if we want. There we go. Looks like it immediately just places. Let's add some more dog rose bushes. I do like those. In fact, we did the entire interior of the farm, or the church there, after doing some of the farming too. We put fences around those farms and make them look nice. So they look nice and separated from things. So like, for example, here there's fences around all the fields, and then a fence that comes naturally around the farm. So it looks really nice and separated. And there's all that additional storage going on. Lots of storage space for hay barracks. We might even need more. Looks like there's a hay dryer there. Wow. I hope we have plenty of space to store things. With such massive change, we'll have to keep our head on a swivel for all the new stuff. I just love this. It's great to actually pick up. I really wanted to start from new, but the fact that I could come back to the old city means that, you know, we're not starting from scratch to see everything late game. Other townsfolk here needing a little bit more financial help. You got it. People in our town are not going to starve. We're going to help our neighbor. We're going to let everybody get on their feet. Fantastic. Well, glory to this town. Wow, they've done a fantastic job of keeping themselves fed and getting extra food as they want it. If you got a little extra land and you want to grow some potatoes, go for it. The Saltworks is now functioning and finished, and we can all now start to finally store our own salt. So that means we can salt fish, and we can salt meat from any of the slaughtered pork or cattle in order to store it for a longer period of time. We can also sell the salt too, and it looks like a lot of those homes are starting to be constructed too. So hopefully now we can see a little bit of the extra construction and animations in the game. Everyone kind of used to walk pretty stiffly. We see that lady there still walking pretty stiffly, but that guy looked a little more loose. I guess it's when they're carrying stuff that they look a little more stiff because their arms aren't moving fully. Now here comes all the construction crews bringing over things like clay and bringing over wood. And let's go ahead and assign some people to that, actually. People will automatically be assigned as builders if they don't necessarily have a job. This is additional capacity to what can already be assigned at the town hall. So right now we have a huge amount of people working at the town hall for building, and we can hire even more people to do more construction, which means our town can grow even faster. So now we've got a construction office basically in two parts of the town, kind of in the center of town over here, and then one over here on the side of town too for doing industrial buildings, which looks great. And wow, does this look good. We're about to head into winter. It looks like we might have plenty of food in storage for this. Let's take a look here. We got 70 flour, so we need much more flour. But what do we have for wheat? Yeah, we've got harvested wheat of 1785. Wheat is also processed year-round into flour, so if it's not going now, it'll definitely continue throughout the entire year. Let's see how many houses they can build here before we run out of time. Let's see here. Time before the winter, that is. Let's see if we can build another house here. And then we have that, of course, that little dock there. And we'll make this into a nice park area. Maybe we'll build a gazebo or something here and make another, maybe a marketplace or something for all the other people. Ah, there's another house being constructed. This is the greatest thing. This is really what's getting me excited for Manor Lords, is Ostriv was the first game to kind of show every piece of a building being constructed. So again, you can see every roof panel, all the thatch, all the clay and stuff being lifted and assembled into place. And there's really a lot of care here. And the buildings look a little different too, with the chimneys here giving exhaust away. Let's watch the construction again. I can never get enough of construction in this game. I wish I had seen it for the salt mines. But essentially, picture the salt mines, but in this style. Clay is still used, wood is still used, nails has to be supplied. And we're certainly making a ton of nails over at the other smithy. We'll take a look and see what some of these other problems are. Oh, the soil is just exhausted, so it'll need to be changed back to fallow for the next year, now that the harvest is complete. So we'll go ahead and switch that. Maybe there was a change to the farming system, so we'll just make sure that we have those fields ready for the next year. All right, let's go back to watching the building. All lumber being lifted into place. All the clay being assembled into the walls. Beautiful. And this house almost complete too, giving us a much higher increase of capacity. And the only thing stopping us is that there's no housing available. Migration is allowed, water supply is great, there's enough food for sale, jobs are here, and religious needs are satisfied, though I don't think it's yet complete in the game. We'll go ahead and check in on them a little bit later. And I wanted to take a look here at the salt mines to see if anybody is working here just yet. Not quite. We need some more people here, I think, to work on some of the other jobs, such as fishing, which can be a year-round job, since we can also create dried fish, and we can also, of course, have the fish salted too. Oh boy, there's 63 fish awaiting there. We need some more market people to work on some of these jobs here. We have a tannery, another warehouse. Perhaps we could store fish here. Might be a good idea if we can. Oh, it's just an industrial warehouse, so we'll have to put another, some sort of a storage barn nearby so it all can be put into storage for the year. Might be a good idea to build it over here. But also another good idea to bring it into the town itself. We probably need more people working in those jobs, actually. And it looks like families are settling into town. Fantastic. Wow. Feels like just like a long-lost episode that I never got to make until now at this point. Let's see. Where's our granary? There it is. We have fish in storage, 60 out of 5,000. Let's hire a few more people there to work at the granary. And where else can we put another... Let's see. Tannery, warehouse, slaughterhouse. Oh boy. Winter is here. We're ready for another one. Let's go ahead and prepare for storage then. We could put a granary down here to store all that extra fish. And I think that might be a good option for the year. Let's see. But I don't want it to be too... I don't want it to be in the industrial area. And I don't want it to be too much of an eyesore over here by the cow shed. I don't even know if we're actually using the cow shed just yet. But again, that's another resource for us to mitigate with milk. And, of course, meat. Another good option. This might be a little too close to the water. I don't know if I like that. It needs to be close to the farm, though. You know, we'll build it over here. And we'll put a farm field on the other side of that. And we can actually put more storage here, too, or other things. So just because I put a granary here, we could also put a hay barracks and a few other things for maybe chickens, like a chicken coop or pigsty, that type of thing. All right, we'll put that building on the list, too. All right, looks like we have ourselves a visitor. Looks like they want to buy all sorts of stuff. Metal parts, leather. Wow, we got no leather in stock, unfortunately. We need to start making that. I think the problem is at this point, we had so many industrial jobs. We have too many jobs and not enough people to do them. So that's being taken care of now by having everybody basically moving into town. I don't want to sell anything. I think I want to keep everything for ourselves. Textiles, we have 0. Looks like they're selling honey, nails, horses, iron. Actually, we could probably use some more iron. Let's see. Can buy. Town storage is 18. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy a bunch of iron. Because we're going to need to keep making more of those nails from iron for all the houses that we're building. Otherwise, we're going to run out. We definitely don't want that to happen. Looks like some of the land tax is too much for some of these folks, too. I've adjusted the land tax at our town hall to be quite high. Actually, we'll raise it a little bit more. Let's raise it to 250 and 225. And we'll continue to help out anybody who can't quite afford it at the moment. as there are quite a few people moving into the town and looking for work. Not a lot of these jobs are high paying at the moment. The best jobs, of course, would probably be something like the smithy or working in construction, as were the farming jobs, which are incredibly plentiful, are not as, well, not as good at the moment. And of course, we've got the good old logging site still needing workers. I still want to see if the salt mines can work and we can store all that brine there. I want to see this actually function. Interesting. It looks like this is a see-through building, so they've used wire maybe to store all the... maybe that's where the brine is made there. Maybe there's a water solution. I'm not exactly sure how it's made, but I guess we'll see sometime. Let's go ahead and not turn these buildings on. I don't think we need any more charcoal in the town. Let's go ahead and turn those off. We don't need anybody making charcoal for now. We went from 219 to 234 people in the city. Good. This is a great opportunity for us to continue to grow. And this village here looks like they're still trying to move. Oh, that's right. I forgot all about this. Of course. This guy here is still stuck after years and years and years. Ostap has tried to move out years ago, but got caught on this log. This is like legendary lore. Do you remember this from a year ago? I remember this now. This guy got caught on this log. I think what happened is somebody quit the logging site, as he was also a logger, and so he basically is trapped on this log. I don't know if there's a way for him. There should be a way for him to get out of here. Yeah, there's people walking through all the time. Wait, oh, that's right. He's trapped, so I fenced it off because he wouldn't leave. There was a way out over here if he wanted to walk along the fence. But yeah, so that house is like permanently goofed. I think if I destroy it, I don't know. It's kind of like a monument now. It's like a hysterical. Yes, it's a world hysterical site, not heritage site, but that's crazy. So the story goes, this dude in Ostriv was logging. His friend quit, but he glitched out because he got stuck on the log that he dropped, and his family moved out without him, and now no one can move in, and he can't move out. It's purgatory. It's Ostriv purgatory. I'm glad that's not fixed. That's awesome. We have our warehouse going up here then. We can store all the fish there. I wonder if we can store some salt down here. I think we actually made the call to do that, didn't we? Oh, yeah, there's salt being stored down here for the tannery, more importantly, but also the fishing docks can use it too. Can't fish in winter, of course, but there's still plenty of fish in the sea for these guys. So all the stuff that they're doing is being put towards basically drying the fish and also salting the fish for the winter too. We could probably get rid of a few of these guys, but I don't want to do that just yet. We've kind of limited some of the labor. Let's go down to 2 each and get them assigned to other jobs. There's much more to do around the camp. Let's see if we can get them to take other jobs, especially construction, because we want to see more. Give us more, gentlemen. Oh, good. Actually, I didn't even pay those people. They just got paid automatically. Some of the jobs are a little light, but of course, here's all the new stuff. Raspberries, beetroots, cucumbers as well. Wow, there must be tons of new stuff to plant at the farms. Let's take a look and see if we can do something new at one of these farms here. Let's see. This is a great field to go for something new. Fallow, hemp, potato, sunflower, buckwheat, and wheat. There must be something we have to do in order to buy those seeds from a neighbor. I'm not exactly sure how to acquire those, but it seems like a good idea. Ooh, looks like we can copy a building as well. That might be an older function, but the fact that you can make custom houses now, such as this one, means that we can make our own house and then copy it multiple times. That'll be nice. Go ahead and add a... This family's rich. Oh, what? We can't put it there? Oh, that's kind of lame. Can I put a cottonwood tree? Oh, man. Okay, it looks like we can't decorate the house, but we can decorate the outside, so that's nice. We'll put a couple of cotton trees, I guess, to separate the neighborhood a little bit. There we go. Just a couple. I still want these people to be able to see out at the nice little river that we have here. Wow, how fantastic. And there's still more buildings being constructed. We're at to 240 now. More people moving into town, more jobs being taken, and more things being delivered over here at the warehouse. Well, this is actually the village house. My mistake. The, let's see, yeah, the granary is over there. But the 2 new houses are great. And what's our population capacity? It seems like every time... Oh, it looks like only 8 people are unemployed. 7 people are unemployed. They're looking for jobs. 7 or 8 people, not bad out of a village of 240. And I think it also counts the kids. Oh, boy. There they go. All the cows have been brought over for the year. And they can actually be fed here at these fields. Oh, that's right. We made this as a cowshed pasture. Fantastic. I think we can also make a few of these as pastures, too, for whenever the cows are just eating a field, like, for example, a fallow field here. It looks like these fields are good, though. We must have recently made these. they're not too bad in terms of nutrients. Let's see. Yep. So we can feed the cows over on these fields, or we can also feed them hay and such. Look at the variety of cows. That looks fantastic. I've forgotten all about this. It's like rediscovering, reconnecting with an old friend. And anytime we need money, I'm the oil baron of the East. The oil czar, if you will. I've got all this sunflower oil ready to go at any time. We built some really unique things in this town, too. It should be really appreciated taking a closer look at some of the bridges that go. I think there's still problems in the game with the AI being forced to take those bridges, and so they stick on land. I guess they're superstitious of bridges that don't cross water. I don't blame them. We also tried the same design over here to try to make it a little bit more unique, but again, they refuse. I think there was a chicken coop over here somewhere, I remember. Cart parking. Oh yeah, chicken coop, for sure. Let's see, hatchling limit 3 and livestock limit 20. So we're culling a lot of the chickens here, basically making a lot of chicken meat and chicken breast, whatever can be used of a chicken, we're providing back into the town. And let's see what we got for food. How are we doing on proteins? We certainly seem to have a lot of fish. Fish is 1,000. I think the first thing to go right away is chickens. We can't make enough of it. They're buying it too quickly, and we need to make more. Looks like these guys demand sunflower oil. We have 901 on that. I think we'll keep a lot of our stuff. We're doing pretty good on money. We could probably buy some more. Probably could buy some more iron, actually, so let's make a purchase on that, so that way we don't run out. Let's see, shoes. A lot of these things I don't think we were making yet because the industry wasn't fully functioning. I think we have a shoemaker and all these other things, though. There's our weaver's workshop, tailor's workshop. This area, I think, was for our shoemaker, but we just didn't get around to it, I think. Forestry, smithy, Saltworks construction office, saddlery, oh, there it is, shoemaker. Oh, we just didn't have anybody assigned here because we didn't have any leather going just yet. But I think, yeah, actually we do. I think we do have some going now. Yeah, there's gathering raw materials and then in queue. So these guys have been instructed to continue to make all that stuff there, and that's why I didn't hire anybody to work down at the shoemaker's shop, because we didn't have any of the leather. So we'll just not have anybody working there for now. Nobody's looking for a job. Oh boy, we need more people looking for work. I need more people to live in this town. So we need to greatly buff this population. Anybody who doesn't have money like that, we're just going to have to tell them to sit tight, because we need more of these industries working. So these people who don't have money right now, that can be fixed as soon as the supply chain is fixed. But we need more people working more gainful employment rather than those jobs. Unfortunately, those people right now are just basically working as like people at the lumber mill and stuff, and that's not really great. And there are other significant others probably working the same low-paying job. So we need somebody to like make money at a low-paying job, and then somebody else to actually have like a main job that brings in a little bit more cash. So for example, if mom's a shoemaker and dad's working down at the farm and then part-time fisher, that'll probably work out, instead of both being like a forestry and a fisher or something like that. Okay, forestry building, for example, is kind of shut down. I don't think we need any more of that, do we? How much logs do we have in storage? Bark is absolutely insane, the amount of bark we have. I think we continuously need more wood because of all the home construction going on. I think that might be the only thing slowing us down now. And, of course, the only thing slowing that down is a lack of new people. And everybody's doing farming so we can make tons of money. Wow. Oh, and there's some rocks and stuff here. I wonder if this will be a future site for perhaps iron. Maybe there's some mining we could do there. Maybe this will be an indicator of salt in the future. That way you can go and mine it from there. Okay, let's go ahead and bring the fishing docks down to about 2. We've got quite a bit of fish, don't we? 1,200? Yeah, I think we're going to bring that down and continue to have people work other jobs. Let's see what the unemployment is like still. Open vacancies, 24 open jobs still available for everybody. Jeez, this town is great. People should be moving in like crazy. I guess we're going to have to build more town. Yeah, more of the town on the outskirts. Insane. I like all these new buildings that we have access to, though. Again, some of the other things that have been added as well, just off the top of the head, is that there's adjustment to prices of things like the firewood, so that way you can't abuse that as much. You can now see family income in the house properties, so you can try to manage your finances a little bit more. And there's more information in the chicken coop that we saw earlier. Explanation as to why trade boats can't depart in the winter, for example. And houses just look overall beautiful. I don't know if this river allows us to have a trade depot here. Let's try that. I'd like to see if we could do that. We have a boatyard, Saltworks. There's certain maps where we might not be able to get boat trade, but essentially, again, just think of, for example, this building here, except on the water. So rather than having wagons come in, it would just be a large boat, for example. And there was a building here that I hadn't seen before. I don't know if this is new, but there seems to be a stone mining camp here. I don't know if this is new. Oh, no, it's not. We already have one here. Okay, I didn't think so. But this is basically to get all of the stone turned into, yeah, limestone. And then we can smelt that down to make things for the tannery. Hopefully that's functioning. We have our slaughterhouse here. No animals for slaughtering at the moment. They have to be a little old or older. And we've got a full stack of people working at the tannery. Oh, looks like we got leather being made. Fantastic. Do we have anywhere to bring it? Well, we should probably store it there then. So we can have the one guy. Let's have 2 people now work at the warehouse. And now they can store that here. And I think we can make a limit of 1,000 here. There we go. And so now we should be able to store it all there. And then we should be able to hire ourselves a saddle maker, which requires metal parts and leather. And the shoemaker, which I think might require the same. Great! Now we got better jobs for everybody. Wow, that's great. The slaughterhouse business, the tannery, and the shoemaker, and the candlestick maker, and all the other stuff will be just fine. There's no candlestick maker, it's just a joke. Okay, well, now we can start having people selling shoes and other high-valued items, or we can sell it to the neighbors. If we sell it to our people, though, they'll be a lot happier. And, of course, we'll have something to spend in the local economy rather than the money going somewhere else. More town folk are moving into our town. Great. Let's build a new village stall here. We will install the stall. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Now, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do, by the way, since I might actually have some giveaway codes and such from the developers, or possibly give some away on my own, because this game is fantastic, and I really think everyone should give it a try. Look at all the things that we have here. That's fantastic. We'll do giveaways and such on our Discord, so make sure you check all those links down below after you subscribe, and turn on that notification bell, too. It's such a beautiful game. It really is. Here's our shoes down here. We'll make a luxury item stall, which we'll probably keep off for now, but let's go ahead and do shoes, sunflower oil, things that seem to be really luxurious at the moment. Horse meat we can sell too. I've had that before. Not bad, actually. Not allowed in the United States from what I understand, or at least frowned upon, but in Germany, quite good. Let's sell some other items. I wonder how we could sell saddles. I don't think we can sell saddles. I think they're only used as an item that can be used to make horses in the stable for community use. Oh, there we go. We have a worker there. All right, we'll just keep those small items for now. So in other words, if we buy ourselves a horse, we can then have horseshoes and a saddle attached to it, and then we can have it as like a workhorse or a trade vehicle or something like that to work back and forth. Wow, chicken eggs? Oh, we have none in stock. Oh, we don't have enough. We don't have enough chickens, ma'am. We need more. We built 2 chicken coops over here, and we still need more. And they're providing the chickens with a lot of feed. Wheat right there, as you can see. And current count 20. Let's bump that livestock limit up. More chickens means that they will make more eggs. And of course we can make one more chicken coop and have all the chickens transferred to that other one. We have another one here too. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, let's go ahead and make another copy of that building. Wait, is there another? Wait, there's another chicken coop here. I didn't even see it. Wow. Okay. So we've got like 4 chicken coops pumping out chicken meat and also eggs continuously, and it's still not enough for everybody to have chicken. Beef will be a good thing, though, once they bring them to the slaughterhouse. That'll be a thing shortly, whenever the cows get old enough. Let's take a look at the cow shed. Let's see. We have 20 with a current limit of 19. Or, well, we currently have 19. Milk is being made. Water and hay are in here. We're going to have to probably cut down some of this. I think they'll work with the oldest, like, for example, the ox there. That's one that we could probably slaughter. Let's go ahead and mark him for slaughter. We'll start with some of the older ones. Let's go ahead and put like 3 or 4 on the list. There we go. We'll have the rest in the cow shed in order to make milk for us. Milk production is lower, but I think we can probably do something with milk eventually. But we can see the cow being brought across the river. And there it goes into the slaughterhouse. And then from that we get hides and beef. And look at that. Now beef can be picked up and brought over here to be sold. So now we have fresh beef for everybody. Great. And that means more food variety. And I don't know exactly where we're going to store that there. 250 is the storage limit on the beef. There's the chicken too. My goodness, so much stuff being brought into town. Almost not enough storage for everything. Oh man, I could blabber on about this game forever and ever. I'm really happy to see us actually having just a fantastic neighborhood. Like, we've really got a city to be proud of, and I couldn't be more happy to see Ostriv getting a well-deserved update. I'd love to come back and start all over from scratch too, and play this one of my favorite games over and over and over again. We still have carrot and beetroot and also cabbage to grow here. We got plenty of chickens to start growing, plenty of dried fish, regular fish, and also flour to store. But we'll do that another time. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you very much for joining me. Ostriv, available now on Steam. A fantastic, highly recommended game. Cannot recommend it enough. And I really want to come back and show off more of this game. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And I hope you want to see more too. Thanks again, guys, for dropping in. And I'll see you all soon next time, hopefully soon, for more Ostriv. Maybe we'll live stream it. Maybe we'll have a part 2. Let me know. Show your support. And I'll see you soon. It was great to see you all back in the city. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Have yourself a fantastic day.